Hello friends, welcome back to my video tutorial. This is Lipsa again. Today I will demonstrate list all files and folders inside AWS S3. Okay, so let's see. So you can see I have already logged into my AWS management console and I am in S3 dashboard. Okay, in my S3 dashboard I have a bucket like easy to Excel bucket. Clear? So inside this bucket I have the folders and files organized in this fashion. You can see inside this easy to Excel bucket, I have a folder like Lipsa and Jara. Inside this Lipsa, again I have two subfolder like education and personal. Inside this education, I saved all the education related documents for Lipsa, and inside personal, I saved all the personal documents of Lipsa. Clear? So I want to check how these files and folders are organized in AWS S3. So how we can check this programmatically? Let's check that one. So for this, I have created a Maven project in my workspace. See here, AWS S3 bucket demo I have created. So to communicate with AWS S3 programmatically, we need a Java SDK or Maven dependency or Gradle dependency. As I am creating this project in Maven, so in my pom.xml file, I have added the Maven dependency for AWS S3. Okay, so this is the Maven dependency for S3. This one. Okay, if you are creating a project in Gradle, then also it's available in the internet. You can use the Gradle dependency as well. Clear? Then we need to create a config class. Okay, we need to create a config class for Amazon S3. So here you can see a package like this com.example.demo.config. Inside this config package, I have a config class AWS S3 config. Clear? So inside this config class, I have created the Amazon S3 client by using the access key, secret access key, and the region. Okay, so from where I get the access key, secret access key, I put the access key, secret access key, region, and my Amazon bucket, Amazon S3 bucket name, all those things inside my application.properties file. From this, by using the @value annotation, I retrieve all these properties. Clear? So this access key and secret access key, if you don't know how to create all those things, please follow my previous video. I have shared lots of video on AWS S3, how to upload the file and retrieve the file from AWS S3 programmatically. At that time, I have mentioned how you can create a IAM user and get this access key and secret access key. Okay, please follow this one. And region means in which region you have created your pocket. So here, in my case, my region is what? EOS3. In this region, I have created my easy to Excel bucket. Clear so far? So that's AWS S3 config class. So by using this access key and secret access key, I get the Amazon S3 client to deal with the Amazon S3 bucket. Clear? So that's it. And I have created a controller inside my controller package, that is hello controller. Inside this hello controller, I have a method get AWS S3 folder size. So here I have calculated the each folder size of a bucket inside S3. Okay, so before calculating the folder size, we must know about the listing of objects inside AWS S3. Clear? So it seems like this is a folder. Okay, Lipsa, education, personal, this is the folder inside S3, but actually S3 treated it as a object. Clear? So here if you see, I have created a list object request with this bucket name S3 bucket. This S3 bucket I have put inside my application.properties file with this name aws.s3.bucket. This is the S3 bucket name. Clear? So by giving this S3 bucket, I have created a list object request. So what is that list object request then? So list object request contains of some to return a list of summary information about the objects inside a specific bucket. Clear? So it contains the information about this specific what bucket, right? From this list object request, I get what object listing. So object listing contains the result of listing the objects in an Amazon S3 bucket. Clear? So this object listing contains S3 object summary, which actually contains the summary of an object stored in is a list. I iterate this list. This is the object summary list to get the key. So what is that key then? So let's run this application and check what is that key then. Let's run this application. Okay, so my application started in 8080. Just go to your browser and hit localhost 8080. Localhost colon 8080, then hit enter. So this is the welcome message we have given in our code. Hello, if you check. Okay, so let's check your console. What is print inside this? See, so these are the keys. So inside this S3 bucket, easy to Excel bucket, we have two folders like Lipsa and Jara. Again inside Lipsa we have another two subfolder, educational and personal, and inside Jara we don't have any subfolder. Okay, so likewise it prints Lipsa, then inside Lipsa we have education, then inside education we have these four files. These are the files. Then it comes to personal, and inside personal we have one file. Then Jara, inside Jara we don't have any folder. Clear? So these are the keys. Clear so far? How the objects are organized inside S3 bucket? Then comes what is the prefix and delimiter there. Okay. So the prefix should be set with the value that you want the files and folders begin with. Okay. So you want the files or folder begins with a specific prefix. Then we'll set the prefix. Okay. So let me give the prefix like this. Okay, here I am giving the prefix Lipsa. Clear? And the delimiter I set it to empty. Then what is that delimiter? Delimiter means if you want to ignore any file after this prefix, then you will set the delimiter. Okay, I will explain with an example, then it will be clear to you. Okay, so here shows the bucket name, easy to Excel bucket, with prefix I set Lipsa. Let's check what is the key. Just save this file and rerun the application again. Okay, so your application started. Just go to your browser and hit the URL again. Okay, check. So it comes to Lipsa, then Lipsa / education. Then inside education folder we have these files, and it comes to personal. Then it gives us this file inside personal. It doesn't come to Jara folder. Why? Because we set the prefix up to Lipsa and with delimiter empty. We have not restricted any delimiter. Clear? So if I set any delimiter over here, then what happens? Let's check. So if I set the prefix with Lipsa and provide a delimiter like I want to see all the files inside Lipsa with a delimiter, let's say personal. I am giving the delimiter here like personal. Clear? Then please save this one and rerun the application. Go to your browser and hit the URL again. Okay, cool. Just go to your console to check what are the keys. See, so inside Lipsa, then education, then print all the files inside education. Okay, it doesn't give us the files inside personal. Why? Because we set the delimiter as personal. Clear what is the prefix and what is the delimiter? Okay, here if I set Lipsa / education, give me all the files inside Lipsa / education with delimiter. I'll set a delimiter with, let's say, this file name. I don't want to see this file name. Then I set the delimiter with this file name. Okay. Then please rerun the application again. Okay, so just go to your browser and hit the URL. See, it comes to lipsa/education. Then print these 3 files and remove this file because we set the delimiter to remove this one. Okay, it starts with the prefix lipsa/education and remove this one. Understood? Okay, let me try another things. If I give here slash and check what are the keys, then check the result. Okay, so our application started. Go to your browser and hit enter. Cool. Check, it gives us nothing. Why? Because it tells this set the prefix lipsa/education and remove after slash. So if I go to my S3 bucket, it tells with this bucket comes to lipsa and remove everything after slash. So if it removes everything after slash, then it removes all those files inside lipsa. Okay, inside lipsa we have educational and personal. It removes everything. So that's why it's not gives us the files inside education. Clear? So hope you understand what is the prefix and the delimiter and how we list all the elements, all the objects inside AWS S3 by using the prefix and delimiter. Clear? Now I will check how we can calculate the folder size of each bucket. Right? So let me put it as its blank delimiter. Then I want to calculate the Lipsa's educational folder size. Okay. So how I can calculate? Let's check that one. So let's see, inside this object summary everything contains about that bucket. Clear? So I have a total size. I have declared a variable here total size. So just use this one total size plus equal to what object summary dot get size. There is a method get size object summary dot get size. It will give me the total size of that bucket. Okay, bucket with prefix lipsa/education. That means inside this education details, whatever the files presents, it will give me that file size. Okay, if I put a sysout over here, sysout total size, then I can see the total size of that folder. Clear? Total size. Clear? Let me show you what is the total size of that bucket. Okay, so let's hit this endpoint again. See, so it gives me the total size in byte. If you want, you can convert it to MB, GB or KB accordingly. Okay, so let me also show you that one. So you get the total size in byte. If I want to print this one with GB, MB or KB, then how I can do this? Clear? So size in KB, total size divided by 1024. Size in MB, size KB divided by 1024. Okay, size in GB is size MB by 1024. If size GB greater than 0, then actual size, we have created another variable here, actual size. Actual size equal to size GB plus just append GB. Okay, then if size of MB greater than 0, then actual size is what? Size of MB plus append just MB. Else size KB plus append KB. Okay, so let me return actual size over here. Just save it. So this method will return me the folder size of education. Okay, so our application started. Just hit the URL again. folder size is 1 to 1 MB. Clear? So that is give me the LIPSAS education folder size. If I hit over here like only LIPSAS folder size, so it will give me education details folder size plus personal details folder size. So let's run the application again. Okay, so application started. Just check what is the folder size. Okay, 122 MB. Clear? So this is the total size in byte. We converted it, so it gives us the folder size in MB. Clear? So I hope you understand how we can list all the files and folders in AWS S3 and how we can calculate the folder size by using the prefix and the delimiter. So I'll give the GitHub link of this project so that you can download the entire source code and check it. So thanks for watching. Thank you.